well, he broke the 2-mile world record and the 2,000-meter world record. He's got every opportunity. So just over 4 laps of the track. The pace we're looking for around about 55, high 55, 56 seconds. Then somewhere just in and around 152. And it'll then be up to Ingrebrigtsen, because I don't think there'll be too many chasing that sort of pace. He's got young Cam Myers, the Australian super talent, super teenage talent. I should mention as well, he's doing pacemaking job here. But Niels Laros of the Netherlands, he could be heading for something special. Is here, the teenager from the Netherlands, has been running so well and has been breaking Ingrebrigtsen's age records. So Myers takes it out. And let's not forget, Tim, you know, when Ingrebrigtsen is a 16-year-old, this is a track he loves. He's come here and broken age group records before. Now he's going for a world record.
No, absolutely, Steve. And I should point out that, of course, your European record is perhaps 1 goal for Ingrebrigtsen if he can't get down to that astonishing mark of El Garouge from 1999, 3:43.13. Cam Myers take them out. Sawinski will take over, we understand, at about 600 or 700 metres. Ingrebrigtsen looking very comfortable there, slotted in 3rd place with Nuguse, who will try desperately to hang on to his coattails.
Kipsang up there as well, McSwain, others, but it will all be about Ingrebrigtsen. And I took the chance to just remind myself of that incredible race of El Garouge. Let's not forget that Noah Nyen of Kenya was just behind him, so he had somebody to push him on the last lap. They'd dropped the pace in that race on the 3rd lap. I think Ingrebrigtsen will want the pace to stay hard right through to 1,200 metres, and they were spot on. They're heading for 151.58 at this point. That's what they want, that's what they're looking for. Sawinski's a good pacemaker. Look at that, exactly right. That's actually through 800 metres. So let's not forget they've got that extra 9 to add on. But Ingrebrigtsen, it won't be long before he's on his own here, and he's only got Nuguse for company.
Yeah, Ingrebrigtsen chomping at the bit to get past Sawinski, who's done there. Look at that, only about less than 2.5 laps from Sawinski. Now Ingrebrigtsen, remember, the European record holder at 5,000, has the strength, Steve, to push on through this last lap and a half, but it's got to be very, very spot on this next 300 metres from Ingrebrigtsen, or that world record will slip away. Nuguse hanging on as we expected.
He went through 1,000 at about 2:21. I figured he needed to be at least that, maybe even 2:20, because the difference with El Garouge is he picked it up on the last lap. Ingrebrigtsen likes to keep it solid and hard the whole way. Looks behind. He sees he's still got company here. He needed 2:46.47. It's just slipped a little bit. High 47s. He needs a big last 400 metres here. Nuguse is still there. This crowd are on their feet. They know it's going to be incredibly quick. But the American is there, the American record held by Alan Webb, surely under threat here. They don't look as though they're moving too quickly down the back straight. The lights are still there though, they've got a chance. Surely, if Ingrebrigtsen can just find a little bit extra, but he has to win the race first. The American's still there. 1.5 metres, 2 metres between them. That then becomes 3 metres. And Ingrebrigtsen has got the kick on now. Nuguse is still hanging in and he's coming back. The American is just closing the gap slightly. Ingrebrigtsen's tired. Nuguse is coming, but he's going to run out of time. Ingrebrigtsen heading for the line. It's going to be incredibly quick. 3:43.73. Well, the world record just escaped him. I'll put him 3rd on the all-time list. But Ingrebrigtsen, just for a second, I wonder what he thought, because when he crossed the line, the clock actually stopped at 42.90 something, and he might have thought, I've got the record, and then the official time clicked up. Look at Nuguse, look at George Mills. I have to say, we weren't really watching the chase for 3rd, but that's a massive performance from the British athlete, and that will put him 3rd on the British all-time list, moving him up. He was the world leader before this race here. There's a whole bunch of records behind Tim, but you know what? He had to dig deep to win this.
But isn't it great? The big records, the big performances in history come in the most wonderful races. We all prefer to see this, not time trials, not exhibition runs behind pacemakers, but a battle to the line. Nuguse kept that pressure on. Ingrebrigtsen would have sensed the American there, even if he wasn't in his field of vision. And that is so close. It's been a long, hard season for Ingrebrigtsen. Let's accept that for a start. He probably isn't at his absolute peak, Steve. He misses the world record by 0.6 of a second. And those place times, quite astonishing. Garcia fourth in a Spanish national record.
Do you know that race almost mirrored the El Guerrouj and Yen race? El Guerrouj got left out in front with a pacemaker, and Yen hung on and hung on and hung on. And in the home straight, you thought, oh my goodness, he's going to get past him. He didn't. We had a mirror copy of that race here today. And Nuguse with a new American record. Ingrebrigtsen's, well, he's got a whole. Whenever we have a performance like this, and on our computers there isn't enough room.